Hare Krishna. Welcome you all on our 90th episode book reading challenge. So today we are on day 15 and we'll be reading chapter 31 and 32. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaura Vani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pashyate Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Thank you all. So we actually have crossed 1/3 of our book reading challenges. Right. So today is one of the very kind of well known and very much appreciated chapter that is called as the songs, the Gopīs songs of separation. So they are expressing their views, their thoughts about Sri Krishna when they are getting separated from him. As we discussed earlier in our previous sessions, that after the rasa dance, Krishna left the rasa dance and then all Gopis started searching for them. And they thought that, okay, looks like Krishna is with Radharani now. But after that some time, even Radharani and all the Gopis, they united and then they thought, where Krishna has gone. They also were searching and crying now. So this is the song of separation, which actually says that the love, it gets more when we are separated. Let's see how the Gopis are singing about Krishna here. So chapter 31, the Gopis songs of separation. This chapter relates how the Gopis, overwhelmed by feeling of separation from Krishna, sat down on the bank of Yamuna and began praying for his audience and singing his glories. Because the Gopis had dedicated their minds and very lives to Krishna, they were beside themselves with the transcendental pain of separation. But their crying, which appears like evidence of misery, actually shows their exalted state of transcendental bliss. So the crying of the Gopis are actually not because of the distress or the miseries, but they are exhibiting a transcendental pain, right, of separation. So this crying of the Gopis is transcendental, not because of misery. But as it is said, Yata dekha Vaishnaver Yavara Dukha Nishchaya Janiha Sei Paramananda Sukha. Means Yata dekha Vaishnaver Vyavara Dukha Nishchaya Janiha Sei Paramananda Sukha. Whenever one sees a Vaishnava actually unhappy, one should know that it for sure that he is actually experiencing the highest spiritual bliss. Thus, each of the Gopis began addressing Lord Sri Krishna according to her individual mode of ekastasi, and they all prayed for him for his mercy. So even in this state, they are asking for the mercy of Lord Krishna. Right. And then we see that how even the Vaishnava's cry, he actually is cry for the all humanity, and he is on the highest spiritual bliss. As the pastime of Krishna spontaneously arose in the minds of the Gopis, they sang their song, which relieves the agony of their suffering from the burning pain of separation from Krishna, and which destroys supreme auspiciousness. They sang, O Lord, O lover, O cheater, when we remember your smile, your loving glances, and your pastime with your boyhood friends, we become extremely agitated. Remembering your lotus feet, adorned with locks of blackish hair, smeared with the dust of the cows, we become irrevocably attached to you. And when we remember how you followed the cows from the forest to forest with your tender feet, we feel great pain. In their separation from Krishna, the Gopis considered a single moment an entire age. Even when they had previously seen him, they had found the blinking of their eyelids intolerable, for it blocked their vision of him for a fraction of seconds. The sarcastic sentiments for Lord Krishna that the Gopis expressed may appear like symptoms of lust, but in reality, They are manifestation of the pure desire to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord's spiritual senses. There is not even the slightest trace of lust in these moods of the gopis. So, as Prabhupada is saying here, no, it might seem us that it's because of lust, but it's not lust. It's pure desire to satisfy the senses of Krishna. So we see when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually when he entered to Jagannath Puri, he fell down as well with the love for Jagannath, and he felt unconscious love. And then many of the people over there, or the pandas there, they thought looks like he is a donkey, or he's pretending like he getting skasi or bhava, but at the end they found that Krishna's the bhava was coming from their heart. It was pure. It's not like our things, right? That is why the these things is very very difficult to understand when we hear very first time. But however, when we gradually try to understand about Krishna, gradually when we read about Krishna, then within our heart Krishna inspires us and gives us the knowledge to understand this, how the gopis were being separated and they are crying over. So the separation of the gopis is actually had made them cry. I'll give a just material example to understand how they were feeling it. If we have realized sometimes when our family members go away from us, let's suppose, just for example, I am living with my family now, and let's suppose I go to India and my family is back there. I came back here. I stay for a couple of months, and those 2 months, then I realize the values of my family. Okay, in the morning I used to get a nice breakfast. I don't have to worry about my all other stuffs. Food is always ready on the time, and dishes are all ironed, and this and that everything. So we feel more love about them, and the same. But the love of gopis are actually more higher than what I'm talking about. But to experience that love, we first need to understand who Krishna is, who were the gopis, and so we will be able to understand the love what gopis had about for Krishna. There is a nice pastime happened once. Sorry for beating it. One more story here. Once Krishna told that I am having a headache. So Narad Muni told, what is the remedy for your headache? How you are getting headache? No, it's unusual for you. Then he tell, my devotees, if my devotees give their soil from the foot and I'll massage it, I'll get it will get cured. So Narada Muni went to the great sages. He said, you are meditating on Paramatma and Krishna. He's having a headache. Can you give your some soil or dust from your foot so that Krishna will take it as an ointment and his headache will go on. Then the sages says, how can we do that? How can we give our dust feet, or like dust of the feet, to so that Krishna takes it in his head? We can't do it. In a similar way, Narada Muni goes anywhere and no one gives us. And then Krishna told, go to Gopis and try it there. When Narada Muni went to Gopis, and the Gopis, without thinking anything, oh, our beloved Krishna is having pain, having headache. Take our dust, no worries. We are okay to go to hellish planet if we are, if we cannot serve Krishna. So just by giving that dust, and then Narada Muni understood that what the love they have for Krishna. They don't think Krishna is supreme, however, they think that that's beloved. Right? So that is the highest kind of relationship we can get with Krishna. So earlier we have discussed about the 5 types of this rasas: Santa, Dasya, Shakhya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya. So the Madhurya is the highest one over there. So that's what Gopis are experiencing now. Right? And we see the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as well. He has the same bhava of Gopis, and when we came, and this is pastime here. So that's how we end chapter 31, and going to chapter 32, it's called as the reunion. This chapter describes how Sri Krishna manifested himself in the midst of the Gopis, who had become extremely disturbed by their separation from him. After he consulted them, they expressed After he consoled them, they expressed to him their deep feelings of scarcity. The Gopis, having shown in various ways their great eagerness to see Krishna, the attractor of Cupid, he appeared before them wearing silk yellow garment and a beautiful flower garland. So he is coming with yellow garments with a beautiful flowers garment as well, flower garland. Some of the Gopis, overwhelmed with scarcity at seeing him, grasped his hand. Others placed his arms on their shoulders, and others accepted the remnants of the betel nut he had shaved. Thus they had served him. One Gopis, impelled by loving anger towards Krishna, bit her lip and looked askance at him. Because the Gopis were so attached to Krishna, they were not satiated even by continuously gazing at him. One of them then placed Krishna within her heart, closed her eyes, and embracing him within herself again and again, became absorbed in transcendental bliss, just like a yogi. In this way, the pain of the Gopis had felt because of separation from the Lord was dispelled. So next, Lord Krishna went to the bank of Yamuna in the company of the cowherd girls, his eternal potency. So see, in the last chapter we understood about Gopis, and here it says they were all their eternal potencies. So all the Gopis were their eternal potencies. That's why Krishna is playing with them. The Gopis then made a seat for Krishna out of their souls, and he had sat down. They enjoyed with him by gesturing amorously. The Gopis still felt hurt that Krishna has disappeared, so he explained to them why he had done so. He further told them that he had come under the exclusive control of their loving devotion and would ever remain indebted to them. So to bind Krishna, it's very, very difficult to bind Krishna. It's even not possible to bind Krishna. But we have seen in the Damodar Lila how Krishna could be bound by Mother Yashoda just because of love. And here again it is said, if you want to bind Krishna, the only way is the devotion. So love and devotion is the how we bind to Krishna. And we've seen that the Gopis, they were actually continuously gazing on Krishna. In the chapters it being said that Gopi was cursing to Brahma. He's saying, hey Brahma, what kind of creator you are. You have given us just this eyelid. They are blinking by their own, and by that blinking we are actually skipping some seconds of view of Krishna's face. So that is how the Gopis are actually addressing to Lord Brahma. So I am actually not eligible to speak much about these things. However, just I read what has been an overview of this chapter is. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions or queries, you can actually write down on the comments. I'll try to answer. And there is a question regarding who were the 6 sons, the first 6 child Kansa killed of Devaki. So I will try to answer it in our next video. Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.